Hello everyone and welcome back to Survival. Now, after the incident with the crane in the last episode, we have the medical supply crate at the bottom. Me and Scott have just quickly tidied up the crane, we've deleted it, and the plan is to transfer all the supplies out of this crate and the other crates around into one of these working crates. That I think there's one down here, and there's got maybe one in the gully down there.
Yeah.
So if we can transfer all the supplies, it'll stop us from having to shift multiple crates at once. We get the crate then back to base, and then we transfer the medical supplies out into a single cargo container, and then take it to the rally point. I don't know what you think about that, Scott. I think that sounds good.
I'm sure we can at least get some of it into another crate. At least we can maybe go and have to do this trip once.
So
but
the priority still relies, we need to build ourselves a ship out the ships that we've got to accommodate this sort of mission. Something maybe we can revert back. So if we take your ship back to base, and is the small mining ship out here, or is that still at the base?
It's just my ship.
Okay, so let's pop back to base for the minute, and we'll have a quick look what we can do, because we need more thrust. We found out the hard way pretty much, didn't we?
Yeah.
Now which way is base? That's the worrying thing. I can see the solar panels on the horizon over there, so we'll head back over in that direction.
Oh yep. Because Weldy has not the greatest thrusts.
Might just build something from scratch, I think.
I think we need to cannibalize some stuff. I mean, as long as the ship has got the thrust to get us out of the gravity well, and it's got the, let's see, life support to keep us to get to the edge of the system.
Well, why don't we could just build from scratch. Why don't we measure out the width of the crate? Do you want to measure them out with small blocks while I start constructing inside the hangar? I'll build.
Okay,
I'll take my ship that I started working on over here and
I had an
rebuild
idea to speed up our build.
Go on.
Welder on a stick.
Welder on a stick. Okay. We'll work on that.
Welder on a stick, and you just move what you need to move into the area, and we'll build up quicker. Basically, a jerry-rigged printer.
Well, alright, good idea. How are we going to move it into the area, though?
We use Weldy.
Alright. Can you move my ship, then, that's parked on top, up into the hangar? And have we got a pipe going up into the hangar?
No. So we need to build... I think we need to right now... I'm now annoyed I didn't spend a little bit of extra time getting that piped up. What we should probably do is just build on top of the hangar. I have to build it on top of the base right now. For this one. And then I will spend some time getting that hooked up once we get the resources back. I will quickly jump up and go count that for us. How many blocks wide? Presume you want to get me to leave a little bit of extra room.
Yeah. What for on top of the thing?
Yeah, just the length. We won't. Let's not go the. Make it only want the exact same size. Give a little bit of extra. So let's see what blocks we've got. Where's the spine?
One second, just moving the dog.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So let's say 20. Let's give it a little bit of extra room, so that's 28. Or just go for 30. Go for 30. 30 will do. Ooh, sun. Oh, I just saw my hydrants about to run out. Back to base!
I'm back, Scott. Sorry about that.
Okay, it was 24. I'm saying we make it 30. Give us
30 wide.
Give us margin of error.
It's going to be a wide ship. Okay, we'll work it out. I'll cut these side bits off and we'll re-stick them on then. I'm going to need a grinder and welder.
Check back of Weldy. I think we chucked all our tools in the back of Weldy. Yeah, I see some tools. See at least a welder. I don't know where our grinders went.
They're quite expensive grinders then, weren't they?
Yeah. Okay, I do think we use, for parts, we use this and your started ship.
Mm-hmm.
As our base materials. Keep Weldy as a functional ship. If need be, we will sacrifice Weldy.
Well, we don't even got any grinders in the
Produce some grinders.
You're building some now.
If we can. We're a little light on everything. Please build. There's 2 basic right. There's a basic grinder.
Alright.
Oh my god, we're that short on resources that is a basic grinder. I can only build 1 basic grinder.
Really? So only one can grind away?
I'll sacrifice some stuff to Cthulhu and get us some more. This is a sale.
I'm cutting this thing up.
Alright,
How much
God,
lift do we need? A lot of lift?
yeah, lift is probably our biggest. Once we get into the gravity, out of the gravity well, then it's not as bad because it'll be maybe slow acceleration, but we'll just get up to speed. Grinder.
Push that sound down a bit loud.
Let me get. I'm gonna sacrifice you. Okay, let's. How are we gonna do this? Welder on a stick. Like all we need to. Are you completely? Oh, are you completely gonna grind that ship down?
I'm just gonna use the cockpit. You see the front part? Just that's all we really need from it. To be honest, we could just build a smaller cockpit and save the time. That's what I'm thinking I might do instead. Just have a look what I've got in my inventory. It's just a matter of dumping things back in and then putting them back out, really.
Nope. G. Piston.
Okay, so let's get a cockpit. Need some displays. Where are all the displays at?
Large. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to start probably going back and forth and manually bringing stuff back from those pods for resources. This is getting. We are so in the.
We can do it if we're just fast about. But you kind of need Tazu's building skill.
Be able to build something from nothing. I know he's amazing at that. Yeah.
Let's just quickly add these into here, and we might be able to get somewhere quickly.
Welder. Ship welder. Okay, this may help us. This might have just been a waste of time, but if it's a waste of time, it's a waste of time. For the amount of time it's taking me, it's not long. And see plastic tubes. Okay, and remember to grab some hydrogen bottles out of the.
Yeah, I'll try to remind you if I get a chance myself. What's actually standing on there? So that needs to be widened out. That needs to be off completely.
Oh, I think you might want to just grind that down to nothing and start from you.
Well, that's what I was gonna start with this.
I was gonna literally what to do? Build it. Let's just put some steel blocks on the end of Weldy and just use him to move it around. Let's just make it, you know, like a spore. A spore?
But we can't. We need so much thrust.
I know.
And it looks stupid. Then the thing is, if we do that, we never end up with. We always just end up with bodged vehicles. And
no, you're missing the point. Though. I'm not saying build onto Weldy. I'm saying we build a stick of metal coming out of Weldy, and that allows you then to move it around and bring it over to the large ship welder that I just put here.
Okay, I get you.
Hit a button and belt. Again, remember, jerry-rigged printer.
Well, that's just.
I mean, it's hilariously really bad, but it might work. It might speed us up a little bit, or it might kill us all. Yeah.
Hoping the weight won't take the ship down. To be fair.
Well, we'll risk it for a biscuit. And if it starts tipping, well, we just know to land it on the ground. We're not that high up.
Well, let's make sure we got some displays just in case then.
Or you're building out there, that's fine. So we then just do this. We put it on the bloody side. Why? Why didn't we put it at the front?
What, you just gonna try to weld it all up by taking it to the welder?
Yeah, and then just switch the welder on.
So our smaller, lazy conversion idea of Scott's here is he's stuck this welder out here on this piston, and we're going to build a ship on the edge of Scott's other ship that then will disconnect when we actually get to such a point. So this will just basically allow us to move it around and weld it like it was a 3D printer, but instead of the 3D printer moving, the actual ship moves instead. Not a bad compromise, to be fair, is it?
Put it on the side of the ship.
That
Why?
welder on? Because
no.
Why? Did you want it at the back? We would have blocked his port if I put it on the back, though.
I know, I'm gonna fucking...
Has he got really slow bits on the back or something?
No, it's just trying to get this lined up when you're...
Oh, give it here. Come on,
side vision.
Bloody... Putting the special in forces there with your bloody action. Right, okay, move back a little.
Okay,
Is it on?
I'm switching on, use computers, purple work on, I mean...
Just find the only welder that we've got.
Yeah, just look at a minute. Okay, double block on.
Very nice. It's very bright, that welder, though.
Yeah, you know, plus look into the centre of a welder iron. Let me switch it off before you kill yourself. I'll quickly make a button so we can do this a little bit. So we can do this a little bit less, like, let's kill ourselves. Well, I don't mind killing people, but this...
You got a button added, or is that the next feature you're adding?
I'm adding a button.
I like that idea.
Add a button, or...
Too bad you can't weld it with your own welding ship. That'd be a weird combination, wouldn't it? Instead of putting it on a skewer and moving it around, you just put it on a stick and then weld it around.
I know, but the problem is I would have to...
Pull the resources out.
Pull the resources out, and I'm just trying to... I'm thinking of anything to make this a quick and painless process.
Okay, I see what you're doing. Let's get some oxygen tanks aboard this thing.
Interior plates, yeah. We don't really need oxygen tank. Well, I would just go to ion. We don't need hydrogen, so I would just put an one oxygen generator just to give it.
I'm gonna give it an oxygen tank just in case we end up being stuck out somewhere.
Fair enough.
Just you never know what could happen. It's an extra sort of feat, isn't it? Really. And then we'll start building the sort of cubby bit that comes down from the side, shall we, to select our ship up.
Oh, that would be perfect. Ah, well, so lovely.
Is it welding?
No, I'm welding up. You're the welder on?
Yeah, just leave the welder on for a bit if you would.
Alright, well, you're on. But it might kill you, so...
No, I'll be fine.
I take no responsibilities for your death. No responsibilities. Well, I saw that new Alien movie.
Oh, what do you think of it?
I think it's kind of losing what I liked about Alien movies. Alien movies used to be scary, or if they weren't scary, they were action-packed.
Is it neither?
Kind of, don't know what the hell I was watching at the end of it. Toggle block on off. There we go.
Sounds like most films go in that direction, though. To be fair, now
we have the on-off button down here. Okay.
Very nice.
I will. I've switched it off out so you don't kill yourself. I'll start grinding down the resources from this and start chucking them in the cargo container, so we can start just using them straight away for building. And remember, we just need to maybe use... I'm thinking to myself, if you use a connector to connect into the other ones, you will be able to... You'll be able to use the thrusters that are on the cargo containers to help.
Yeah, but there's barely anything on them, is there?
Yeah, there's one thruster, at least two thrusters in every direction.
Oh, it is to really soften the landing, isn't it? That thing.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. So if you use your landing gear to lock onto it, we'll need to switch them off because they'll just be fighting you. Yeah.
Right, so I'm adding some side armor bits. So, Scott, what do you think would happen, right? Now, this was running through my head before when I was just walking about. Like, what, you know, if you get a leak in your spacesuit, like if you're actually out in space, what happens? Do you think? Have they got like what's the NASA sort of idea for fixing
repair?
a patch? No, like do they carry patches with them when they're like doing spacewalks and stuff?
I would hope so.
I mean, do they have some way of plugging it, or does it just blow out of a sort of a thing?
I presume you.
I hope not.
You depressurize. I'd hope you would depressurize and you just wouldn't. Like,
would you die?
Oh my... I don't think you would die instantly. It depends how big of a hole. If all your oxygen disappears.
Well, say like it's like a pinprick hole.
I think it would.
Would your skin press against it and seal it?
Ooh.
What do you think?
I think it would more the air would be pushed out of it, and you would like. Imagine that. Okay.
Wouldn't it be really painful though? Wouldn't your skin literally be being pulled out of that small hole in the suit?
I don't think there's enough pressure to decompress like that.
So you wouldn't just like slowly be pushed through like a straw and become like
no, I don't think I can't see that. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe these people in the comments that know more.
I don't know about that. That's weird.
But like, because the cracked visor thing, you see it in a lot of films, don't you? When it's slowly stuck in the air, and they put tape on it, and that's like good enough, you know, to patch it up. I mean, would that work in reality? Would tape stop it? Because they must have something in you know, like as the backup plan.
They must have something. Again, probably this situation will depend on how big of a hole. If it's a pinprick, I think that's probably fine. But if it was like, you know, a golf ball size hole, I think you're dead.
Oh god, it wouldn't. No, it would if it was a golf. So you don't think you can be sucked through the small hole? That's the basic I'm going.
I don't think you can. I don't think there's enough pressure in a suit to do that.
Perhaps.
I don't think it would be pleasant for anyone involved, but I think I would be. I think I'd be scared. I'd be. Whoa! I think I would be. Oh, you'd be a lucky guy if you're like, oh well, my spacesuit breached, and I'm fine.
Yeah, it's not a story you want to tell your friends, is it? Maybe it is.
Alright,
What else do we need to connect up by connectors in this ship?
We just need to connect to put stuff in for ourselves.
Okay. So should I go with the small cargo container then?
Yeah, all we really need to make sure is we've got ice. If this is just a cargo ship, ice. Yeah, we're just going to transport gear from A to B.
Roger that. Don't need loads of equipment, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Got some thrusters on here. I'm not gonna put too much forward thrust.
So we're just gonna go for a slow braking process.
Yeah, it's gonna be a slow ship. And I'll also neaten it up to make it as tight as I possibly can. Is this world run, by the way?
I know it's off right now. Just come down here and hit the button. Nope. Look straight into the sun.
I've got a tinted visor on. This is very lazy building. I like it.
Well,
it was actually well thought out by you this time, Scott.
Yeah. If it gets us the work done fast, you need to put a second cockpit in it.
Oh, you want a second cockpit?
How am I getting there?
Ah, well, I'll just connect one to the bottom of this one. It'll be a
How am I getting there at all?
Yes, that was a valid point of yours there. I'll try to add one in.
Again, a lift needs to be a major concern, I think.
Right, well, don't worry, lift's coming now.
Left and forward thrust.
I'm just gonna move it away for a second. Move that away, and I think I'm probably gonna smooth down the roof a bit because it looks a bit horrible.
Ow.
I'll add a bit of
Do I quickly build a grinding pit? Just shove this in it.
may as well do, unless you got something else in mind.
Oh god. Alright. Grinding pits. How am I going to do a grinding pit? Do it over here. And you drill. Okay.
Well, Scott, here's another subject anyway that was brought up in the last video. I thought this might be an interesting one to discuss as well. It's the ultimate space engineer's base defense. Like, how would you defend your small base? Like in intricate detail, like from where you would place your base to start with, to what sort of defensive rings or what you'd put around it.
I'm always for underground cliff-based bases.
So So you're saying like you want a low-profile base with not too much on the surface?
Yeah, you would. It would just be a hole in a cliff face.
Because if you're like on a server, like something that a lot of people tend to forget is that if the more attention you kind of attract towards your base or your station, the more chance that you've got of being raided or attacked. So you need to either just build out of sight and out of mind, because the other option is you just need so much weapons and guns that no one can actually.
Regardless of how many guns you put on a base, I always think
there's a way through, isn't there?
You can overwhelm it. So if you've built a base that is basically just hidden in a cliff face, it's hard to see. And if it's hard to see, you might get away with it. Still need to have guns.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, the thing with having a hidden base like that in a hill is if someone does come across it, it's very likely that they'll, have everything out of it very fast.
Yeah.
So
there's no perfects. There's no perfect base.
No, of course there's not. There's no perfect base, but it's kind of what you make up. So you'd place it underground. What would you have like at your entrance to defend it?
A couple of wall-mounted Gatlings, because you don't want to use rockets.
Would you have them like hidden strategically so they can take the people out a few times? Because you've got to think like they've got some sort of regeneration point, outside on a ship.
I'd make sure they have very little in the way of places to hide. And they would have the guards would have as maximum amount of range of minimizing the amount of turrets exposure.
So basically, they could take one turret out at a time, and it'd be a very time-consuming process. Hopefully, give you some time to get back there and stop it from happening. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Oh, I agree. I think that's probably the best way of dealing with the situation, to be fair. Because if you so you've got your outer ring now, you're working on more like to the inner workings of your base. So maybe through your first blast door, do you just have a layer of like a few blast doors that you?
Yeah, you'd have multiple blast doors, but you'd also have multiple small turrets hidden in choke points.
What, just to really
piss them off?
Really piss them off. Make sure no one gets out there.
Well, I want at least if someone takes the base, they've worked for it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. That's an interesting sort of. Oh, damn it, my oxygen's really low. Like, would you lay out your base in any particular way? Since I guess it's going to be a bunker, would you like have your reactor in the center in a more protected area, or would you have some way of regenerating turrets? Like maybe have like welders through the walls? Oh, you bloody sealed up the little airlock in the lower building again, didn't you?
Well, you're supposed to close the door behind you.
Yeah, but it makes no sense because I've got a suit on and I'm not for that little walk inside. I'm not going to bother turning my oxygen back on, am I?
So we're going. I'm going to get the script running so we can automatically close the doors.
Hmm. So okay, right. What about if you're forced to build your base on top of the surface? What would you do? So you've not got any choice. You can't build it underground for some reason. I don't know what the reason is. You've got to build it on the surface. What do you do?
Then I would have to definitely consider rocket emplacements and.
Would you spread it out over a large area, or would you focus in on a small area still?
As much as you can kind of. I'd want to try and just keep it as small as possible. Again, we've got a kind of good setup here. Sealed,
and we can have it quite big. And we can have it on the surface.
And the only way to attack the base is to come over the ridge, what means then your weapons have.
Do you think a setup like this is a good setup?
That's a good setup.
You know, I'd like to see what people think in the comments as well about that. Like, would they prefer like create a base like ours for defense, or maybe they've got a better idea? Like when I was doing defensive structures ages ago, God, I put the bloody block in, haven't I? I found out that sometimes the best defenses were the ones that people wouldn't find until, you know, they like walk right on top of it. Like, i.e. the turret's like tucked into the ground in such a way so it just kills them as they go over it, and they never know what actually killed them. They just think it's the game. Makes any sense?
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, I'm just building some outriggers now for the sort of holding area. So that is 4 out on either side.
But there's I've always liked putting turrets with welders behind them.
Turrets with weld? Oh, so it just keeps them constantly repaired.
Yeah.
Does it work though, that against a heavy attack?
Yeah, it can be. Well, eventually you can overwhelm it with like stupid amounts of force, but with a gatlet, just with a machine gun, no, not really.
Oh yeah, so if it's down a corridor, it's going to be hard to get through. But you know, another problem is when you're building a base is tunnelers. You know, the people that tunnel around your defenses, especially when you've got an underground base.
Good old sappers.
Yeah, they'll basically just tunnel in, you know, behind all your important structures, and the next minute they're into your reactor room and they shut everything off.
Yeah.
Because since the reactor makes quite a loud noise as well, you kind of work out where a reactor sort of room is.
That is true. There's no perfect. Eventually, any defense can be overrun with time and
effort.
Patience.
It's just the challenge of.
Yeah, it's just to piss them off enough that they give up.
You just got.
Or it's cost them more than it was worth it.
Yeah, oh yeah, I think that's a good point in Space Engineers. If you can make the defender, you know, like the attackers go, well, it's not worth this ship that I've spent, you know, all this time building. To, you know, to lose it, then you can probably deter them quite easily by doing that. But you've just got to make your defense scary enough to send them away, because it's like when you go into a big battle, if the captain of the other ship, you know, is scared of losing his ship because, you know, he spent so much time building it, that probably, you know, avoid the battle, even though he could probably fight and destroy you. But you know, at considerable risk to him, because that's what's amazing about Space Engineers is if you've ever been on, I think you've been on a few big servers, is the main reason why people don't fight each other is when they've got big ships, they're scared, you know, of losing it all. Yeah, because if you start a fight, if someone came in and nuked my base and I lost everything, I've got nothing to lose. Yeah, the people that are the most dangerous in Space Engineers are the ones with nothing to lose. Because if you, yeah, exactly. But I think that's true in a lot of games. Like, when I've been playing Escape from Tarkov recently, or even that Battlegrounds Unknown that you've been playing. Like when a player's got nothing to lose, he will, he will balls it up and try some, some mad shit, and that's the sort of stuff, that catches you off guard.
It's the risk reward. Okay, I'm gonna probably have to relog quickly, Aaron.
All right, sorry.
I can't, for some reason, pick anything out of cargo containers. I can get stuff in, but I can't get it out. It's annoying.
Right.
Yeah, that Battlegrounds I'm loving.
You're liking Battlegrounds?
I'm loving it. It's how do I say it? It isn't the most complicated game ever. It's very simplistic concept.
Well,
it's basically just a deathmatch battle royale style.
Well, we've always been a fan of survival games, haven't we? Really, like I started playing the Tarkov again, and I'm really enjoying survival games again. Like I've not played them. I didn't play them since DayZ kind of hit that rut where the fun sort of madness had disappeared a bit.
Yeah, it became more of a short. What the hell?
What's up with you?
Right. Okay. I can't put anything out of cargo containers right now.
Is we out of power?
Oh, okay, I can pull out of these cargo containers. Well, I can't pull out of these cargo containers. Okay, these cargo containers aren't connected to the grid.
No.
And did you done goof when you built the cargo containers?
Oh, them ones. Yeah, I built them as extra storage and then I forgot to connect them up.
Oh, Aaron.
Sorry. No, I just thought, oh god, there's not enough cargo container space, and then I put them in. And then I forgot that they weren't wired up. Because I thought, oh, we'll use the ones that are wired up first, and I'll wire them up.
You're one block away from having them wired up!
Yeah, I knew it needed to be done, but I was just like, I've got other things to do at the moment.
Crazy sword.
Right, so it's 30 wide.
Length. 30 by length and about 20, I'd say, width. Now, we don't have to enclose it or anything like that, we just need to
feel secure.
Just latch on.
Thrust it.
Where's the... a lot more up thrust.
Well, yeah, don't worry about that yet. He's coming.
I'm not worried. I can't believe... You need me relog. I feel like, I can't figure out what's wrong with this. Why is bloody you've just not connected these to the network?
What can I say? I'm
trying to build as a grinder pit as quickly as possible, and you're doing this to me. Okay, now where's the bloody base?
How many thrusters do you reckon we need up?
Minimum 4? I would go for 6. Just more better than not enough. Overpowered. But we'll crash enough ships. Let's leave it at that statement.
Yeah, true. Agreed.
Okay, I'm under the base now. I'm trying to fix this.
Oh fuck me! I just made a big dick mistake.
Have you still put me? What have you done?
I just put heavy arm.
Ooh, where's that was a mistake. Do, 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 do. Oh, it's construction points I needed. Arrgh. Don't know why I went pirate there, but okay.
I mean, Scott's dragon. What do you expect?
I don't know where you got Scotch Dragon and pirate, but okay.
What about pirates? I wouldn't mind doing some Black Wake again when we get a chance.
Yeah, I'm enjoying that game. They've added a new game mode as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I've not played it in a bit.
They've added kind of a capture the flag kind of idea. Or, to be in their term, capture the booty. It could be taken in some other ways if you really think about it.
It could be. I wouldn't know.
And I think you may have done good for these cargo containers.
Why? What have we done?
Are they on the same grid?
I bloody hope so. Connected, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Okay, they were on the same grid. Trying to build a bloody bait. I thought, I'll quickly build a grinder pit, it'll help us get stuff done. How's that working out for me? Still working on it. My welder on a stick was such a successful idea for such a simple idea.
Yeah, but
for another one.
Yeah, but you know what I was thinking when you said welder on a stick? Then I was thinking, like a really deadly weapon, like the welder on the stick, the most futuristic, deadly. No,
I have killed people with welders.
Well, welders have killed loads of us actually. To be fair, let's load them. Oh, fucking put in the wrong place.
Welders can be very dangerous.
Why? What do you think the most dangerous weapon in Space Engineers actually is?
Probably what's cost me the most ships. Gyroscopes.
True. I mean, like not like that, but I mean, weapon that you could inflict on another player. Do you think it is truly, how to say, an actual weapon, or is it something that a player can make? I mean, realistically, because imagine if you enter into a server online, and you're in like a sort of battle scenario where you've got to use a weapon, not something clankety, junkety sort of mess that take like 6 hours to actually deploy, like something you could actually either launch instantly, or would it just be a turret?
Turret. You
think so? Yeah, I agree. Well, the thing is though, at the beginning of Space Engineers, before they had turrets in, I was honestly thinking, weapons, we're gonna be player, based. If that makes any sort of sense, because I really like the idea, of player weapons. I like the turrets and the other things. I mean, they're just not as complicated and they're very, efficient for what they are. I mean,
I've seen some really devastating gravity weapons.
Yeah, what would be nice? A server setting where you could just turn them off, so the only weapons that could be on the server, were player-built ones, to such an extent. So you'd, really have to think hard, to actually try to attack other people's ships.
Best server settings out there.
Yeah, well, you have to do them manually, don't they? Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd like to go on a server like that, where all the weapons are not turrets and Gatling guns and rocket pods. They're just weapons that players have to make on their own with their own sort of imagination. Okay, we've clipped that through there. Let's build the other strut. It's the other side.
Oh, that's what you know.
And we'll continue building our hovering sort of moving vehicle.
Awesome interior plates. I do this as fast as I can. Interior plates. What else I need?
Still wiring it up.
Yep.
What's your underground?
Kind of up and down, left, right now. I'm kind of just flying around in circles trying to get this done. Once you've got a basic lift package, we can decide what we're doing from there. Can't believe you was left it like ah. Thank you for watching the video. Please remember to like, subscribe and share for more gameplay shenanigans. See you next time.